started off volunteering at Dartmouth for lads and lasses through the Step in the Sport programme, which obviously a lot of you are involved in yourself. Just coached twice a week with under-8 boys, then got my own team of under-10 girls, which were a fantastic group of kids, as you could see on the video, they're mad. And you'll find that in life the things that are most important to us you can only really achieve through giving to others, and that's kind of why we're all involved in volunteering and why we're all here today, and that's why I love community volunteering so much. Then in July 2009 I was chosen to be one of 10 British College Sport National Ambassadors for volunteering, which was an amazing experience, and everything that I've done since then is totally followed on and been inspired by this programme. The aim of this programme is basically to raise the profile of volunteering with young people, and kind of the general gist of how I feel about it is that it's taken me to some amazing places and some amazing people that I would never ever have dreamed of a year ago. Barely ever been out of Darlow, now I've been all around the world. Just a couple of things, meeting Trevor Brooking on our recognition awards when we first got it. Kelly Holmes, we met her, been to Great Britain training centres for rowing, and Loughborough, where we helped to organise kind of a massive little mini Olympics colleges, if you like. So that was just crazy really, and something that I'm really, really passionate about, and just getting involved in that's linked on to so many other things which I'm going to talk a little bit about. And then even just graduating from the programme in June 2010 at Wembley, like supposedly the best stadium in the country. We had a stadium tour and everything, lifted the FA Cup. Just amazing. When I talk in front of people, I like to get a little bit deep and kind of have a few messages, put thoughts into your head, things to think about. The reason I put this picture on is like, being from Darlington, a bit of a Darlington fan myself, dressing up as a Hartlepool mascot is probably one of the hardest things I've had to do. But sometimes you have to step outside your comfort zone and really challenge yourself. So I'm going to talk to you about some really special experiences that I've been really privileged to have, and like little anecdotes, few stories and quotes really that have stuck with me over the year. In June 2010, selected to represent Durham FA at the National Leadership Camp with 100 of the best football leaders from around the country, and to this day it was the best week of my life, and I've never cried, clapped or high-fived so many people ever before. On the last day Howard Webb came to talk to us. It was it was literally like a couple of days after he'd refereed the World Cup final, which was amazing, and sorry to any Liverpool fans here, but he was a great guy, and he had a really good banter actually. And he said that when he was younger he didn't want to be a referee because all referees he knew of were old bald men, and that's what he's become. Something that he said that stuck with me was that he'd been a bit down about certain things that happened in the final and the trouble that he'd had with a couple of the players. But as soon as he walked into the room at camp, he said he was happy because he knew the future of football was safe in our hands, which was amazing coming from the man who just refereed the biggest game in football. In August this year, me and 6 of us from Durham FA were selected to volunteer at the Blind World Cup in England, which was absolutely inspirational. And just for anyone who doesn't really know anything about blind football, this is a picture of Dan English, who plays for England. He's from the North East, playing against Japan on here. The ball's got a bell in it, and the rules are similar to futsal, and they have walls on the side. The keeper's sighted and there's a coach behind the goal, and it's just amazing to watch, not because they're disabled but because it's so skillful. And we had to play at college and it is really difficult. One of the lads ran into the wall, so it's just really a really exciting game to watch. And one of the beautiful things about getting involved at the Blind World Cup was that we were so closely involved with the players. We were guiding them to the dining hall, the changing areas, things that you wouldn't get, say, if you volunteered at the World Cup. And you made so many friends from around the world. You'd find yourself walking around, hola, sayonara, bonjour, and all these friends from all over. And anyone who's never seen blind football before, go away from tonight and look it up. It's totally amazing. And one of the most recent experiences is obviously travelling to India. The main word that I can use to describe India is just crazy. Nothing that anyone can tell you about India or how much you prepare for it can really prepare you for the experience, and it's definitely the most challenging thing that I've ever done. It was absolutely amazing. We crammed so much into the short time we were there, with the main focus being around coaching in schools, but just a few pictures there from different things we did. That's a game of kabaddi. And we went to a tiger sanctuary, but we didn't really need to, because when you're driving around the city on the main roads, there's camels, elephants, donkeys, cows. Like, if you could ride it, then you're allowed to drive it on the roads. So it was just crazy. Things in India are very hard, because anywhere that has money is massive gates around it, and everywhere else is poor. And one of the days we went to a community football club. So this is the only goalpost in Jaipur, which is a massive city. And then on the other end, there was, I think, a couple of elephants, a few rabid dogs, a couple of camels. And then with about 5 minutes of us being there, loads of kids come on with no clothes and like doing gymnastics and stuff and asking for money and stuff. And it's really hard because you just want to help everybody, but you can't. So as I said, the majority of the trip based around coaching and visiting schools. This was my favourite school, because all the kids just run at you and want to shake your hand and say hi and ask you what your name is and stuff. And for example, this picture, I was just getting it with this girl that I've got my arm around, and hundreds of kids just ran and joined in. And the school had lots of little quotes. Every school went to had little quotes on the wall. And one of my favourite ones was, "Life loses its meaning if we get stuck up inside our comfort zone," which just totally reiterates what I was saying before. Step outside your comfort zone and try something that you've never done before. And this was another great school, and the kids just love football so much. On the right, that was Chelsea, and this was Man United. They didn't know where Darwin was or anything, so we didn't know down the team. And the teacher at this school said to us that there's two types of people in this world. There's valley people who never really challenge themselves, always trying to get the easy option out, making life easy. And then there's mountain people, and mountain people would give everything to get to the top and always relish a challenge. And myself, I'd like to think that I was a mountain person, and all of you that are here today, you're all mountain people. As I said, I love a good quote, and I always like to leave you with something to think about. So just a few thoughts to end, and then I promise I'm going to shut up. First of all, be true to yourself. You can only be true to others if you're true to yourself, and you know who you are and what you stand for and where you want to be at the end of it all. Life's not easy, and kind of I've had some amazing experiences, but there's been things that knock you down, and there's going to be people who try to tell you that you can't do something, but it's okay to think that you can't, that there is no such thing as can't or impossible. And whether you think you can or whether you think you can, then you're going to be right at the end of the day. And finally, the quote on here is one of my favourite quotes, is "Make each day your masterpiece." Sometimes we get distracted with things that are out of our control and focus on what we can't do rather than what we can do. And we can't do anything about yesterday, we've got no control about tomorrow, but if we work hard today, then we can influence tomorrow. And working hard every day, take steps to where you want to be. And I'd like to think that I'm taking little steps to where I want to be. And that's kind of the end of it, so thanks for inviting me back, and thanks for all the hard work that everybody's been doing. Thank you very much.